Today's workout is actually a glute day today, so focusing more on the glute or butt muscles. We did actually start off with a regular leg workout, so I stepped on the dumbbell here for heel elevated goblet squats, 4 sets of 8. That's a little bit too much elevation for my taste. You do want to elevate your heels maybe an inch or two, not the 4 or 5 that I've got because of the dumbbell here, but because of that it did put more tension and emphasis on my quads, and I was able to squat way deeper because of the ankle flexion that was being taken out. Because my heels were elevated, my ankles did not have to bend as much, therefore I could squat way deeper. You can even see that it's almost like a sissy squat because I was almost leaning back on that one, and I'm not standing all the way up at the top to create that constant tension on the quads, and just holding the weight kind of close to me, kind of out in front of me. Just trying to have a good balance there because it was hard to balance this way, especially with socks on. I probably should have taken my socks off. But good way to stimulate the quads, and it let me move forward into the glutes really nicely here. So moving on to the glutes. First up for the glutes, we've got kettlebell or dumbbell swings. 4 sets of 10 here with a 20-pound dumbbell. I didn't have kettlebells here. Preferably with kettlebells you want to do these, but I didn't have a kettlebell, so with the dumbbell I just made sure I didn't chuck it across the room. I'm trying to sit back with my knees out and my hips back to the best of my ability, really emphasizing the knee bend here with my hips, and using the explosiveness, squeezing my glutes at the bottom. Don't know what I'm doing there. Squeezing my glutes at the bottom, coming up as I'm coming up, and that helps launch the weight forward. So I'm really trying to use the least amount of shoulders as possible and use as much of my glutes and my hips to bring my arms forward whenever I'm popping up. That'll really help get you to emphasize the squeeze and to engage your glutes the way you're wanting to. But this is how I do it, and this really helps. I really feel this, and the heavier with good technique, the kettlebell or dumbbell, the better. For me personally, like a 30 to 50 pound weight is great. 20 is just a little bit light. Next exercise here, banded fire hydrants. So really not a weightlifting move. It is a move I've seen in stretching or yoga or a functional mobility, flexibility kind of workout. But I think it's good here for, emphasizing the glute muscles and activating them. So I'm using a band here, and really we're just, without a better way to really emphasize it, I've always had it explained to me that you are pretending to be a dog raising his leg to pee on a fire hydrant. That's why we call it that. So take with it what you will there. And you just want to bring your leg out. This helps open up the hips. Try to keep everything stable to where you're not leaning so much on one side. I know I am right now, but as you move forward, you want to try to have the same amount of pressure on the ground from both hands. And bringing the knee out, try to bring it out even with your hip bone. I think I'm taking out the, oh man, I'm sitting here like, holy cow, I'm tired. And wow, that hurt worse than I thought. So still finishing them out with the band here with the other sets. You bring the knee joint out even with the hip joint when you're bringing it out. This really helps you squeeze the glute at the top. And really a good way to get the glutes activated and really develop that mind-muscle connection with the glutes as well. That's what I've been trying to say. And after fire hydrants, I tried body weight kickbacks. So simply here, just really trying to bring my knee to my chest, and then whenever I kick back and straighten my leg out, as you see here, I'm really trying to squeeze the glute and only do this movement with the glute. Yes, I am technically using my quad to extend my leg, but I'm really focusing on bringing my glute out. That's also why I bring it up at an angle that's a little higher than my torso, or a little higher than, I'm kicking at an upward angle is basically what I'm trying to say. I found that this really helps me activate that glute, and I can really squeeze at the top. And boy, let me tell you, I am not facing the camera, and you can't see this, but I am feeling it. Making faces, really feeling the squeeze. Had to get up there, as you could see, and kind of just walk it off. And that's how you do kickbacks, just with your body weight, just like that. And that is the glute workout. Short, sweet, simple, to the point, all about developing that mind-muscle connection. The harder you squeeze, the more you get out of this workout. Not so much the weight as it is the technique and the movement. Hope you enjoy it. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Feedback always helps.